What is my dominant vibration?
In this moment, dominant is a good word because that means the dominant. And we like the word dominant, but we want the word dominant to mean what is my only vibration? What is my active vibration? Mm-hmm. So a person could want it but, want it but, want it but, and want it could be dominant or but could be dominant, but there's still a mixture in the vibration. So rather than asking what is my dominant vibration, if we were asking of ourselves, we would want to be saying, have I accomplished a pure vibration? It's not just which one's dominant, but have I managed to do this long enough that I've got this chronic vibration of well-being going? And we want to say, absolutely, the chronic vibration of well-being is dominant, but it's not the only vibration. And that's why there's some confusion. That's why you're feeling some angst. That's why you're not quite sure, you see. And that's why stepping back into a general place of, it's going to work out and I'm going to figure out things as I go. And I wouldn't want to have it all figured out all right now anyway. And it's going to be fun as it unfolds and I'll get clearer every day. And I really like that life continues to present questions because that gives me an opportunity to move down the path of the answer. And I really like that life continues to present problems because I get to move down the path of the solution. And after all, life is moving down the path. So I never want to be, this is how we want you all to feel, I never want to be in a place of only pure positive vibration, because as long as I'm in this physical body, I want questions to occur. And if there's a question within me, I'm not in a place of pure positive energy, because the question introduces resistance. Yes? But can we agree that that is a step 4 moment when I'm predominantly pure positive energy, and to that pure positive energy, I've introduced a question or a new problem? That's the best of what physical life brings. And the reason that you've all decided to do that, not just agreed, not just gone along with, but decided to do that, is because you understand that we're all in this together. In other words, you've just been decided that you're more willing to introduce yourself to more contrast in order to produce more questions, while we stand in a more stable place of pure positive energy. If you said, Abraham, what is your dominant vibration? We would say our only vibration is one of pure positive energy. No matter what any of you are doing, what any of you are feeling, we don't dip into the lower vibrations just because you're there. But as long as you're in this physical body, you're going to explore contrast. It's the agreement that the leading edge experience brings about. But you can experience the contrast from a place of predominant alignment, and that's the way you intended to live this physical life experience, you see. You have chosen the most challenging occupation in order to not test, but experience what focus can be like from the high-flying disc. And when people like you do things like that, there's great movement in society, you see. This is what makes the difference. When someone is willing to stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on, regardless of the subject at hand. And there are all kinds of people who go through all kinds of discomfort because they want you to pick a side with them against whatever. And when you don't do that, it sort of freaks them out. But you're going to find that life is much more pleasurable in tune with who you really are than vying for the peanut gallery, who is mostly on a much lower flying disc. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love you.
Really good.